After I finished the first orc screen test video, I realized that although my website is called I Want to Be in the Hobbit Movies, I only had one segment that was actually from the Hobbit novel. That's because there's really only one chapter in the Hobbit with extended Goblin dialogue. There are plenty of times when goblins figure into the plot and a few times when they sing, but we seldom hear them speak. So I decided to write 3 short monologues. These monologues are based on the story, and they're my take on what the goblins might have been thinking and saying at these points in the tale. The first scene takes place just before Bilbo and his companions are captured as they take shelter from a storm in the Misty Mountains. A goblin captain informs his troops that there are trespassers that must be dealt with.
All right, you slithering maggots, gather round. Maybe you think you're on holiday. Maybe you think I have nothing better to do than to watch every entrance myself. What am I talking about? There are dwarves on our front porch. Dwarves. And they have ponies. And they have packs. And they have who knows what else. And my question is, what have you done about it, the lot of you, eh? Are we in the habit of allowing interlopers to spend the night on our very doorstep? Take an armed party and invite them below. But do it smart and secret and quiet-like. And if you lackeys botch this up, the Great One will hear of it. Now go!
After Bilbo and company are captured by the goblins, it's Gandalf to the rescue. In the ensuing confusion, the Great Goblin is killed. The surviving goblins give chase, and Gandalf and Thorin decide to make their stand, bearing elvish weapons that the goblins both hate and fear. This scene takes place shortly after that brief battle. A goblin and his companion are reluctant to continue down the passageway, fearing what may be awaiting them in the darkness beyond.
It's about time you got here. We've lost far too many of our folk to those filthy swords. We ran up behind those dwarves, cursed them, turned the corner and slashed by beat. A half-dozen dead where they stood. And now you come creeping up, asking why I'm loitering about. Well, if you want to show your pretty neck to dwarves who carry elvish blades, you go right ahead. But I'm not going around that corner till I know what's beyond it. I'm going down to help guard the lower gate. If they can find their way in the dark, that's where they'll be heading. And then we'll see who has the upper hand.
This last scene takes place after Bilbo escapes from Gollum and heads down toward what the goblins call the lower gate. There are a number of goblins guarding the gate, and they're particularly determined not to let their enemies get away.
Do I need to remind you that they killed the Great One? And then, surrounded by a whole chamber full of our folk, they escaped. In chains, no less. They just waltzed right down to the lower passages. And if they killed our great leader and evaded our fastest scouts, what do you think they'll do to you? You're soft. You're cowardly. They'll twist their nasty elf blades into your guts and rip out your innards. But I'll tell you what, they may have escaped that throne room rabble, but they won't escape my troop. You're going to watch this door, and you're going to watch that passage, and if so much as a fly gets out, I'll mount your heads on my wall. Now draw your swords and stay alert. What? There's one of them now! Seize him!
That concludes these 3 original what-if scenes based on the adventures of Bilbo and company in the Goblin Caverns of the Misty Mountains. Be sure to check out the other videos, including the outtakes. Thanks for watching.